So you can see the bait up in the edge of those mangroves there, so we'll sneak up on the electric, see what direction they're going to go. They're going to go in amongst all them little mangroves, so see how we go. No, just to the left. So there's a big ripple up in there. So when you're gathering the cast net up, all you do is just about 1 metre lengths, like that. Then when you get to the top of the net, which is there, grab it about halfway down, roll that in your hand, always rolling from in to out, like that. Grab your leading edge on your cast net, throw it up over your fingertips. Now this is only a little 6-foot net, so it's not a big net. Then you've got an inside edge and an outside edge. Grab hold of your outside edge and just gather a little bit up like that and drape it over from in to out. Inside edge, like that. Now it's ready to throw. So when you're doing the bait fishing thing, like we've got our liveys, so when you're doing the bait fishing, there's 2 different approaches you can take. You can either put a live bait out, which I've got sitting out on that one. We found some fish in the middle of the river just there on the sounder. Now, the young fella wants to try and catch a jack or a big pikey on a bait, so we're going to get one of the dead mullet. So we've killed a mullet, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to knock a butterfly fillet off the side of it. All right, so, dropped it. So all a butterfly fillet is to slice up that way towards the head, the other side slice up that way towards the head. A couple of little flapping fillets off there. Then you, if you want, most people just pull that out of the middle, so your tail goes over the side, adds a bit of scent. So now we've got 2 flappy bits there like that. Now the way that I like to hook these up, just pass me a hook, buddy.
There you go.
Thank you. The way I like to hook these up is to go through the mouth, bring it out in the top of the head like that, and then I'll pull the whole lot through. Alright, so pull the whole hook through like that.
How much in yours? Still good.
Yeah, and then we go through there and bring the hook out like that. So now the hook, as you can see, the hook's got a nice hook point exposure and it's in a solid anchor point. So now what he's going to do is he's going to drop it just in front of that tree out there and check his drag first, because sometimes your bait gets smashed as it hits the water. Always put your knife away, get the mullet poo off it. Alright, and we'll get back to you when we get a bite and we'll show you how to set a hook. Now another thing, when you're bait fishing, you'll see a lot of people, they'll cast their bait out and then they'll just lean their rod up against the side of the boat. That's a good way to lose your rod, because when a jack hits it and heads for the snags, it's gone, the whole lot's gone. So yeah, you have, these aren't flash rod holders, these are a piece of poly pipe. They're nothing flash, but they do the job. But you always put your rod in the holder so you don't lose your rod. So the outfits we're using here, this is a 10 to 20 pound rod, this one here. That one there, what's it the same?
15 to 25.
15 to 25 pound. That one's got 30 pound braid on it. And this one's got 25 pound braid on it over here. So what we're doing is we're using 30 pound leader from our braid down to a swivel about 2 meters long. And I'll show you the rig in a minute. Get the net ready. That's a better fish, this one. Moving a lot of water. That's that spot we were just saying on the sounder. We can see that, see all the stuff on the bottom. There's quite often, oh, he's a good fish. There's quite often fish you can't see. So if you've got side scan, I don't know, bloody sounder won't. Oh, he's good. No, probably 80. Oh, yeah, you're close. He's a good one. Hey?
Something's happened to him.
What do you mean? Yeah, on his fin there.
You've got a scar there. Oh, that's teeth marks.
Might be 75 maybe. I don't know if he'd be 80 or not. Nice fish though. Where's your tape measure? Stop it. Look at the colour of the tail now. Look, you would swear that that fish has just come out. Wow.
How big do you reckon he is?
Oh, no, I'm just going to throw him straight back in, mate. Just about to leave. We had a few casts and we had a few casts with no bites, and we thought, oh no, all these little divots in there, they're from Barra, eating and sucking prawns out of the mud. So we know that the Barras are up in here. Obviously we've been catching heaps, but we know why they're up in here. It's heaps of prawns.
You getting all the fish?
They're sitting hard up against the side of that log, mate. You got to let it sink way down. Yep. So you got to actually hop it over the log. So some are on one side of the log, and the others are like this. Little ones seem to be on this side, and the big ones seem to be on the other side. Let him sink down there now then. Oh, did you see that? There's such a big belly in the line, like it is blowing an absolute gale. Where we are at the moment, it's backed off a little bit now, the wind, but it's there's a big belly in the line like that, and it's just thick. And it's so, oh, here it is, she's off. It's so hard to set the hook. Right. It's definitely too gnarly down there for hard bodies. It's just, there's too much stuff down there to get hooked up on, so, and for them to bust you off in it, they're coming off the snag and then straight on back onto it again and busting us off. So we're gonna have to go weedless plastic, stick with the weedless again instead of the hard bodies. The hard bodies would have got hits, but we also would have lost a heap, I think. So oop. Bumped over the log. Oh, yep. He's not a bad one. Hey, incoming.
Yeah, I'll get the net for you.
Thank you. He's not huge, but thank you. Thanks, mate. He'd be over legal. He'd be another 61, 62. That's a nice fish.
Let's go.
That's a nice fish on a Laser Pro 120. What's that? Your third? Ready already? Where the bloody hell's the net gone? Here it is. How can you lose a big net like that in a 4.1 metre boat? Good fish, mate. Bring him in, there we go. Very good. Well, you just told me the way that you analysed the colour. That's good. I'll get that out.